Anand Tandon and SP Tulsian are with us now for a chat on the market and stocks. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Ms. Tulsian, first I want to talk to you about an interesting stock idea that you have in terms of Century Textiles and what the warrant conversion could mean for promoter entity.
See, Anuj, actually, if you see the event, which has taken place about 18 months back on 19th June 2014, company allotted 1 crore 86 lakhs warrants to the promoters. If you convert them, eventually, that would have raised the stake 5% in each. If all the warrants would have converted, the stake would have got increased by 10%. But we know that under the open offer, if you increase the stake by 5% in 1 year, open offer will get triggered. So what company did, they converted 85 lakhs warrant in financial year 2015 on 30th March. So their stake increased from 40% to 45%. I'm talking of BK Birla and AB Birla Group combined. Now 101 crore or 101.8 crore warrants are remaining unconverted, on which the promoters have already paid 25% to the company. And those 102 lakh warrant or 1.02 crore warrants are expiring on this Friday. That means it has to get converted by Friday or the warrants will lapse. So promoters have already paid about 90 crore. There are no reasons, because the warrants will eventually give them one share at 356 rupees. Stock is ruling at 540, 545. In fact, looking to the volatility, even if you consider everything, the promoters are bound to convert those stocks, because again, AB Birla Group is a rich group and they have been increasing their stake. So the moment this news will come, maybe on Friday, whether it comes after market hours or during market hours, because generally such news may come after the market hours also. So this can be a very big trigger. If you recall, we have discussed this in case of Kesoram Industries also, that they have not finalized the accounts of March quarter, June quarter, December quarter, and then the September quarter, and then the share was into the T2T category. And we have discussed, if you recall, maybe about a month back, that the moment accounts are finalized and the moment share goes out of T2T, the share will rise. And it has risen by...
For our retail viewers who would want to know, how would it change the company performance if the Aditya Birla Group stake goes up from, say, current 40-something% to above 50%?
I come on that. First there will be infusion of 270 crore, because as I said, that 25% warrant only money has been paid. That means when they will be converting this warrant, they will be giving 270 crore to the company. If you see now, Century is a debt return company, and they have the maturity of the commercial paper and all that falling due to the extent of about 500 to 750 crore. So definitely this 270 crore will help, number one. Number two, consider that the warrant are not converted. That means this will be taken as a very negative. That means promoters themselves are not very convinced and they don't want to subscribe to the share even at 356. So just imagine the kind of negative perception building up. Second. Third, you take the positive. Promoters, the moment the stake will increase, it has already risen from 40 to 45% in FY15. Now it will rise to 50% in FY16. Because till March there won't be any further increase in the stake. Now the people have already started speculating that there may be second warrant conversion issue or the second issue, warrant issue by the promoters, which may again eventually see the stake continuously rising every year to FY17, FY18. Let's not speculate on that news, that promoters, because company needs money. How the company can retire the debt of 6,500 crore? They have a very rich property. They have about 40-45 lakh square feet developable property in central Mumbai, close to this Worli, where the prevailing rate is anywhere between 45,000 to 50,000 square feet. Plus they have 13 million capacity, but they have the liquidity problem. They have a debt of 6,000 crore, and people or the market has been speculating of a restructuring move also. So companies sitting on rich assets of maybe about 20-25,000 crore, but they have if you take the EV, the entire value, market cap plus debt, it is working out at about 10,000 crore. So what my point is that increase of stake in the promoters, 45 to 50, is a big positive. The moment it crosses, it will cross 50.22% by that. So that will give confidence, because all along Century Textile has seen a promoter stake of sub 40% when it was in the fold of BK Birla. Still it remains to be in the BK Birla fold, but that has seen the stake getting increased every year. And plus apart from that, as I said, 270 crore will come. So this is a very big positive. this is a very big event, and once this gets happened, we see the warrant getting converted. Friday is the last date, so you will probably be seeing the effect of that coming on either on Monday or maybe Friday. But there are just couple of days, and one retail investors, at least those who are holding, or those who have an interest, those who want to play on the stock can create. And let me just say that this kind of advice has been given by me to my clients. Plus, I have the interest in the stock as well. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to point out that there were some comments coming in from Harish Salve, which is important. He did mention that the scope of this order, the Supreme Court order to ban diesel vehicles in Delhi, is likely to widen to a national scale as well as the Supreme Court continues hearing in this matter. We've in any case seen the way M&M has been down about 5%. Anand Tandon is also with us. Anand, come in on this. How do you approach some of these names like M&M? It seems like the matter is only going to get worse for diesel makers like them. What do you do with stocks like this?
Well, obviously there is no particular reason to be rushing in to buy, especially with, as you mentioned, the Supreme Court wanting to extend the ban or make it even worse. So till the legal issues are not sorted out, there is no particular reason to be looking at it. If at all you have to be looking at companies, obviously, Maruti is extremely expensive. But anything else that one could find in the space in terms of trucks perhaps would be perhaps better than passenger vehicles. At least trucks are not likely to be banned around the country.
Okay. Anand, hi, good afternoon. The big question then, Fed rate hike, do you think it's factored in? More importantly, do you think we could be in the process of making a durable bottom for the market and moving on from here?
So for the first question, I think a quarter basis point move is probably factored in now. It has been much anticipated and much talked about. If there has to be a surprise, it would be if the move was greater than 25 bips. So if there was a 50 bips or a 0 bip, I think that would be a surprise for the market and can cause some ruffles. The more important part, assuming that there is a 25 bips change, would be what is the language used and whether the likely takeoff is going to be steeper than people anticipate. Right now, the expectation is that it will not. If that were to change, again, that could have negative repercussions. In terms of whether a durable bottom has been made, it depends on how durable. For the near term, since the fall had been fairly sharp, I think, yes, it is likely that the market can continue its rally for a few more days. On the other hand, I still see a lot of headwinds. I think earnings will still be fairly soft, and I don't think, therefore, the market has too much. Now, markets don't remain in one range. So they will either move up or down. So if they can't move up too far, then the likely trajectory, in my view, is down.